Here we are, clan the isms, cataclysm great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here knowing it, but we the ones who late. Our family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick the codes to the creed. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same power at your home. Got 3 degrees, triple talent. 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Break it down here, I'm Dr. Boyce TV.
Hey, what's going on, Black people? What's happening? I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins, and welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. If you're not Black and intelligent, you may want to get out because this is not the place for you. We keep it 100% honest all the time, and we talk about everything that's happening in the Black community worldwide. And we give you an honest perspective that you're not going to capture in mainstream media. But also, most importantly, we believe in building our community and being smarter, stronger, more capable people. And we believe in the infinite power of Black people. So if you love your people, shout it out in the chat. Let me know that you are feeling Black power today. In fact, right now, if you could, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching online, hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the notification button. Do all those 3 things at the count of 3, and then type Black Power in the chat to let me know that you did it. So on the count of 3, thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell, type Black Power in the chat. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up button. Type Black Power in the chat. We got a real interesting set of topics today that we're going to dig into and go deep on. And so also, please shout out your city that you're coming in from. Let me know what city you're coming in from. I'd like to see where you guys are coming in from all over the world. I saw Ghana a little bit earlier, Accra, Ghana. I'm actually going to Ghana on December 6th with billionaire Mike Roberts and a delegation of Black businessmen, including my son. I'm going to take him with me, and we're going to go and explore business opportunities in Ghana to basically see what can be done there that can help expand Black wealth. We believe in creating our own reparations. We ain't waiting for nobody to do nothing for us. We do it on our own. We can get it done. So let me see here. I see Atlanta. I'm actually thinking about going to Atlanta in a couple of weeks for something. I'll let you guys know if I go there. Minot, North Dakota. You're probably the only Black person within a 100-mile radius of where you live, Evan. So I feel sorry for you. San Antonio, Texas. F. Smitty. Zeke Bear from Memphis. I see Alan from Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston's interesting because they were talking earlier about this guy, Buttigieg. I don't know, whatever, he's running for president. And apparently they said literally this guy is like winning. He's like leading the polls in like Iowa. And they looked at South Carolina and they said literally this dude has like 0% of the Black vote in South Carolina. I said 0%. That's got to be a typo. And then they said it. They said 0%. I'm like, wow, that's pretty terrible. But anyway, he ain't getting my vote. But then again, y'all know where I stand. I don't believe until they deliver something that's righteous and relevant for Black people, I'm not voting for either one of these parties. I'm not voting for Trump. I'm not voting for the Democrats. I'm not voting for any of these people. You're not going to get my vote if you neglect my community. I don't rock like that. I saw Faye Bishop in the chat. How you doing, Faye? Good to see you, sister. Las Vegas, Nashville, Pittsburgh, Detroit. Gotta love Detroit. Charlotte, Philly. Let's see here, Michigan, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I see Oklahoma in the house and Bridgeport, Connecticut. All right, so let's jump into this conversation. Please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't done it, please hit that thumbs up button right now. Make sure you do that. And also don't forget, if you have a Black-owned business, we're collecting a database of Black-owned businesses because one of our core values, our 3 core values, is a Black core of 3. We believe Black people can educate our own children, create our own jobs, and support Black businesses. And so what I do is I tell you guys what we're doing in order to do that, right? Educating our own children. I had a meeting yesterday with Marcus Klein, who runs Freedom Home Academy International, and he told me about what his budget is. And I said, I'm going to do everything I can with our foundation, Alicia and I are creating after the wedding, the Dr. Boyce and Alicia Watkins Foundation, to get as much support as we can for your school, because we've got great Black schools out here that are better than the public schools. We just need to support them. They just don't get funded. So we got to fund that shit. We have to do it ourselves. We must learn to do things for ourselves instead of waiting for other people to do it. So please just type do for self. Let me know that you get what I'm saying. Do for self. You got to do for yourself. But then the other thing, creating jobs. I told you guys about the expansion of Boyce Watkins Films. We're looking to employ lots of directors and writers and producers and actors and things like that to keep making more black movies, because we need a black Hollywood so that the other Hollywood doesn't keep distorting our image with garbage that they're putting out about slave movies and you playing butlers and maids and all that stuff. Lastly, supporting black businesses. We're building the Black Business List, which is a database that is going to be nationwide and global as well. We can go global with this. We're going to list all the black businesses that we can find. So we're looking for every black business that you know of that you want to put in there. It ain't got to be your business. If you know the business, you find the address and the information, put it in the database. You can go to theblackbusinesslist.com, THE, that's theblackbusinesslist.com. So we're creating, we're not talking. Just talking is important, but talking is not all we're doing. We're actually getting things done. So anyway, let me go into the topic. Today I'm actually talking about Syracuse University, and Syracuse is a unique, special kind of conversation for me. How many of you know? Give me a yes or no if you know that I was actually a professor at Syracuse University for 13 years. Give me a yes or no in the chat if you know that I was a professor at Syracuse University for 13 years. I mentioned it a few times, and the reason I mentioned it, I know some people are like, man, this Negro always bragging. He always trying to tell everybody about his credentials. Well, I do that, number one, because number one, I'm proud as fuck to be a black man who's got credentials. I'm proud as hell that my daddy raised me to be a real man who wants to be educated and wants to do his best and knows how to work hard, right? So I'm proud of that shit. I'm not going seriously, think about this. You got rappers all over the place bragging about how fucking ignorant they are, right? You got Negroes on the radio bragging about how many women they having sex with and babies they making that they ain't taking care of, right? You got guys out here bragging about how much money they're giving away to white people. Well, I say that educated black people should brag about how smart we are, how brilliant we are, how hard we work. Seriously, if you have accomplished something special in your life, if you are special, it ain't just got to be education. You ain't got to be educated to be in here. You just got to be intelligent. Those are two different things. Education and knowledge are two different things. Formal education is one thing. That's what white people give you. But actually extensive knowledge about your community and your culture is another thing. If you are a smart, educated black person, throw your hands up, say something in the chat, say me, say I am black and proud. Whatever you want to say, shout yourself out and be proud of that. Be gangster with your shit. Don't sit around quietly saying, well, I don't want to be too smart because I won't fit in with the Negroes because, black people are supposed to be stupid, right? I went through that. I swear to God, I went through this. There was a radio station in Chicago, WGCI, biggest radio station in Chicago. I went on this motherfucker. Let me tell you what happened. They were great hosts. The hosts were great, but there was a guy. I was going to say a Negro, but there was a guy who was the one of the co-hosts. And all these shows, they always have a comedian because they think black people, the reason we don't solve our problems is because they think we always want to laugh. You always have to throw a comedian. A Negro's always telling jokes. Everything ain't a joke. Sometimes you got to be serious. So I remember that we were talking and I was in there having fun with them. We were just vibing. It's kind of like the Breakfast Club. I've been on the Breakfast Club a few times. And so we were just sitting there talking. And then I think I said something about the brain. And I said, yeah, well, what happens when you absorb too much media is the prefrontal cortex in your brain, the part that's responsible for logical thinking, starts to kind of melt and turn to mush. So your critical thinking skill actually drops when you're consuming too much television. And he heard me say prefrontal cortex. He's like, whoa, doc, you're talking over people's heads. You're using them long words, doc. You can't speak English, doc, speak English. And I'm like, motherfucker, that is English. That is English. Seriously, what am I supposed to say? Speak Ebonics? Like, is that literally the only language that we are supposed to know? Is there something wrong? Like, should I be ashamed? Should I go into hiding because I'm trying to actually elevate the thinking of my people? See, that's our problem. That's why we only play checkers when everybody else is playing chess, because we believe in embracing ignorance and one-dimensional thinking. That needs to change if you're ever going to win. If you ever want to get ahead as a people, you must elevate your smartest people instead of doing what you let white folks do to you now, which is elevating your dumbest. Think about this. God forbid. No, God bless her. But Cardi B, she ain't Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, right? Cardi B is not, she ain't Frances Cress Welsing. She's probably the opposite. I'm sure Frances Cress Welsing could do 45 lectures in a row about Cardi B and the disturbing imagery that she promotes to black people. I'm not saying Cardi B is a bad person. She is who she is. You can't hate her for being who she is. But yes or no? Give me a yes or no if you see what I'm saying. Should Cardi B be the person that is being like heard the most by your 8-year-old daughter? Like, should your daughter know more about Cardi B than she knows about Frances Cress Welsing? Should your daughter, I mean, really, like, think about this. Cardi B gets on record and raps about how well she sucks a penis. Is that you really want your daughter like reciting those lyrics? And then you're all shocked and surprised when your daughter meets R. Kelly at the age of 14 and ends up becoming one of R. Kelly's women. Seriously, you need to connect the dots, man. So that prefrontal cortex is what helps you connect the dots. That's how you play chess instead of checkers. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do that. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live. Also, if you want to support the expansion of Intelligent Black Media, feel free to join our League of Intelligent Black People at intelligentblackpeople.com. That's intelligentblackpeople.com. Let me talk about Syracuse University. So Syracuse University, so I spent 13 years there. And I saw this interesting story about Syracuse, where Syracuse has a racial problem. They have a serious racism issue that you should be aware of if you're thinking about sending your children to this school. Basically, Syracuse has had a series of incidents in the past couple of weeks in which you have, among other things, this white supremacist manifesto that's being circulated throughout campus. They don't know where it's coming from. You have had swastikas, spray painted all over campus. You've had racist graffiti sort of sprayed all over campus. And you also have an incident where a fraternity was suspended, allegedly because a black woman was attacked. I don't know if it was a physical attack. Let me see if I can read some of this to you. From Atlanta Black Star, they said Syracuse officials have halted activities for all fraternities after a spate of racist and anti-Semitic incidents reported across campus. For the second time in just 3 days, the chancellor, Kent Swerverd, his name is spelled Syverud, Suverud, I guess, addressed students in a video message regarding the bias-related incidents. The latest involving a black female who claims a group of fraternity members pelted her with racial slurs as she waited for a bus. So pelted sounds like physical. It sounds like they were throwing rocks. No, they didn't throw rocks. They threw words. Now, I'm going to talk to the black people. Then I'm going to talk to the world. The black people in the room, I need you to kind of just understand that words are not the same as actual violence, right? Does not mean that you shouldn't be offended if somebody pelts you, hit you in the head with racial slurs. But, Dave Chappelle did a skit. What was that skit called? The Netflix special. He did a Netflix special. If I'm not mistaken, he did a Netflix special that was called Sticks and Stones, I believe. Maybe I got that wrong. Maybe it's somebody else. But I believe it was called Sticks and Stones. And what he's basically saying is, look, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And so I'm not trying to say that, that words don't matter. Words are very powerful, right? I'm not trying to say that you should walk around and let white folks call you any name that they want. That's not right either. But, I'm going to tell you like this. If you call me the N-word, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to call you the N-word. You'd be like, Boyce, you're a nigger. Well, you a nigger. You old toothless, crystal meth smoking, white trash hillbilly motherfucker, right? Like what you throw out at me, I can throw something back, right? Like I can respond. I don't have to ball up into like a little insecure piece of toilet paper and start crying like, why would you call me names? Okay, names. These white people don't like me, so I can feel better about myself. Right? I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that because I learned a long time ago that what a white trash person thinks about you really doesn't matter. It only matters if you give that person the power to let them know that their words actually matter. And what happens in a lot of cases, the reason that you see these little swastika incidents or these N-word incidents or some kid putting a noose up on campus and causing a whole national controversy is because, sometimes throwing out the racial slur or the racist graffiti is the way, an ignorant, powerless piece of shit, racist son of a bitch decides to get attention, right? He has no power in the world, right? His wife don't love him no more. His penis is tiny. He makes, $14 an hour on his job, maybe $10 an hour, whatever, right? And he's depressed about it, right? He maybe he's had, you know, he can't afford his crystal meth and his oxycodone anymore. So he just says, I'm going to get some attention, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to, you know, write something on a wall, hang a noose up in the office, or I'm going to call you the N word and get you to throw away your whole future because you feel somehow that because I said these words to you that you're supposed to come and attack me, right? And then when you attack me, hey, I get to sue you. And when I sue you, if you got a little bit of money, I get all your money. And somebody says there's a buzzing sound. Let's see. Can you guys hear me? Okay, let me see here. Oh wow. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Somebody saying buzzing in the audio. Give me a yes or no if you guys can hear me. Okay. All right. You can't hear me. Okay, crap. You know what? Okay, I know you guys can hear me. So what I'm going to do is tell you guys to go to yourblackworldtv.com, and that's where you can finish hearing me, okay? I know you guys can hear me on Instagram. I know you guys can hear me on yourblackworldtv.com. And let me know. Somebody says there's a ringing sound. We hear you, but buzzing. I hear you, but there's a buzzing sound clearly. Steve Young says clearly, very low buzzing. Okay, I don't know how to turn off the buzzing. Let me see if this hit the thumbs up button while I see if I can turn this thing off. Let me see if this works. All right. So are you guys able to hear me at all? Or am I coming through okay at all? What are you guys hearing? Okay, I hear check your mic, says Queen Leak. Man, this sucks. Okay, you know what? Go to yourblackworldtv.com. Is where I'll finish. Okay. So I'm sending you this note right now. So go to yourblackworldtv.com and we can figure out what's going on with that. Okay, guys. So not yourblackworld.com, Duel. It's yourblackworldtv.com. Okay. So yourblackworldtv.com. Okay. So let's finish over there. All right. So I'm going to end this stream right here because I don't know what's going on. And